Talladega Police have charged an Anniston man with capital murder in the shooting death of another Anniston man.
Hot and muggy weather continues across East Alabama, and there appears to be no end in sight to this type of weather. We'll have the complete forecast details for all of East Alabama coming up.
In sports, we'll give you a full state of Jacksonville State athletics. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Good evening and thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News for Thursday, July 6th, 2023. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
On Wednesday, officers of both the Talladega and Anniston Police Departments arrested 23-year-old Daviante Cushawn Malik Snodgrass of Anniston and charged him with capital murder in the shooting death of 22-year-old Quantavious Jennard Cooper of Anniston almost 3 weeks ago. On the evening of June 17th, Talladega police were called to a vehicle parked on Alabama 21 North near East Aboga Road. Inside the car, they found both Cooper and another victim suffering from gunshot wounds. Cooper was taken to UAB Hospital in Birmingham, where he later died. The second victim suffered minor injuries and was treated and released. Police say the shooting took place at the intersection of East Battle Street and Haynes Street in Talladega. Snodgrass is being held without bond in the Talladega City Jail awaiting his first court appearance. Under Alabama law, a conviction for capital murder can lead to either the death penalty or life in prison without parole.
The Anniston Changers are back for another service project a week from Saturday. This month, the volunteers will be cleaning up the path of the Woodstock 5K race, which is scheduled for August the 5th. This event brings in hundreds of runners each year, and the Anniston Changers say they want to help the area look attractive for those participants. The volunteers plan to meet in the Anniston High parking lot at 8 Saturday morning and work until around noon. The project will focus mainly on mowing properties and litter pickup along the race course. Volunteers are asked to bring lawnmowers, landscaping tools, and gloves. Food and drinks will be provided to each person who helps out. Volunteers may register for this project at AnnistonChangers.com. And when we return, we'll tell you about a back-to-school program coming up soon at Zen Park.
Well, my name's Mike Craven, and we recently purchased an open carport, metal carport from Waldrop Manufacturing. I have an extra car. We have a very small home, very small driveway. And I needed somewhere just to park another vehicle, just out of the weather. And I had been told by 2 or 3 friends that knew we had recently remodeled a home that Waldrops were the people that you need to go talk to. I was in that area one day and I thought, hey, I'll just stop in, and I did without calling, and greeted warmly, well taken care of. It was just, really the whole process was just good from day one.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
The City of Anniston and Anniston City Schools will be hosting a Stop the Violence Day and Back to School Bash at Zen Park on July 27th, starting at 4 p.m. In addition to a school supply giveaway, the event will feature speakers, outdoor athletics, food, and organized educational entertainment. The program is free.
Some residents of Northeast Jacksonville lost their water service overnight when lightning struck a 20-foot section of water main in the woods. Jacksonville officials say their utility maintenance crew was sent to find the leak and make the repair. The job was made tougher because they had to work in the dark. It had been raining and the leak was in a very wooded area. The repair job took about 7 hours and was completed by 3 o'clock this morning.
Well, Katie, those are some folks who really deserve a lot of praise. Going out in bad weather, rainy conditions, muddy, and getting you the water turned back on.
That's exactly right, and I know those residents were so thankful for that.
I'm certain they were. And speaking of all the rainfall we've been having recently, Let's go to John Holder now in the EAN Weather Center to find out if we're going to get some more of the wet stuff.
Mike and Katie, the wet weather is going to be with us for a long time. The forecast we've had for the last several days is going to stay in effect for the foreseeable future. We'll have the wet and muggy details coming up next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
2 rounds of showers and thunderstorms crossing East Alabama today, one around lunchtime, one in the late afternoon hours. In between, we had a lot of sunshine, and that allowed temperatures to climb into the low 90s today, 91 for the high, after a morning low of 77 this morning. Just a very warm morning out there across East Alabama, above the average for both daytime highs and nighttime lows. There's your record high temperature, 101, the record low at 55. And look at that sunrise now, 5:40 tomorrow morning. The sunrise times of those mornings continue to be just a little bit shorter. Weather on your street. For tonight, we're going to take you out to Morrisville Road in the west part of Anniston in Calhoun County, out in Hewletton. A few storms early. We've got some storms out there late in the afternoon, early evening hours. Those will continue once the heating of the day goes away. Those storms will fade away. So 70 for the low tonight out in Hewletton along Morrisville Road. On your Friday, a few afternoon storms again. Kelly Lynn Drive out in DeArmonville. Get ready to dodge some storms out there. About 91 again tomorrow. Chance of rain tomorrow between about 40 and 50%. You know the drill. Sunshine in the morning. Then after lunchtime, we have those showers and thunderstorms begin to pop up, and those will last into the early evening hours. Kelly Lynn Drive, DeArmonville, and all across Calhoun and Cleveland counties. That's the forecast for your Friday. Looking ahead to the weekend, going to take you out to Mountain Drive and Angel Station, out from Jacksonville on Alabama Highway 204, beautiful part of the country up there. Scattered storms after lunchtime again on Saturday and on Sunday. Probably going to be a little bit more numerous on Sunday afternoon. Highs will be around 90 degrees both days and lows around 70. Not an all-day washout for the weekend. Just be aware it's going to be like it has been. You'll have to dodge some storms for a while on both afternoons. Looking at Sunday afternoon, you'll see where those showers and thunderstorms are going to be a lot more numerous. We're going to see weather like we've had for the last couple of days again tomorrow and on Saturday. Highs in the low 90s, nighttime lows around 70. But on Sunday and Monday, look at that, 70% chance of rain both days. Got a little disturbance that's going to clip us here in North Alabama. That's going to enhance our shower and thunderstorm activity. With that, temperatures are actually going to drop below average. On Monday, 85 for the high. That is about 5 or 6 degrees below the average for this time of year. And then we'll have basically back to typical summertime weather for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Highs will remain right around 90 degrees. Nighttime lows to the upper 60s to the low 70s. No real big changes coming. Just be aware there'll be an enhanced risk of showers and thunderstorms, wider coverage on Sunday and Monday. Lightning has been a big story across East Alabama. It's summertime, those storms pop up, and we have had loads of lightning, and lightning is very dangerous. This graph will show it. Right here is every state in the United States. We also include Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico with this, and you will see the top 10 states for lightning fatalities in 2010 through 2019. This is the last data that they have available. You'll see that Alabama is one of the top 10 states in lightning fatalities. Here in the southeast, where we have a lot of those afternoon thunderstorms, states like Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida in the top 10. And then out west, where a lot of people spend time outdoors, and there's a lot of flat country out there, in places like Arizona and Utah and Colorado, up into Wyoming and South Dakota. Again, those areas big as well, but by far the most lightning deaths in the United States occur right here in the southeast. Alabama, one of the top 10 states for lightning fatalities. So as we've been saying all summer long, when those pop-up storms come around, don't play with that. Move indoors. Those storms will pass away quickly, and then you can go back and resume your outdoor activities. Coming up next in sports with Chase Robinson, going to talk about JSU's transition into Division I in Conference USA. Chase?
Thanks, John. We talked earlier this week about the Jacksonville State Gamecocks officially becoming members of the Conference USA on July 1st. Jack State is one of 4 new members of the conference, joining the 5 previous members. The conference has representation in Alabama, Tennessee, Virginia, Florida, Texas, Kentucky, Louisiana, and New Mexico. Athletic Director Greg Seitz talks about how this move gives the Gamecocks more of a national prominence.
It open us up from a regional institution, right, to a more national institution now, because we're going to stretch all the way from Miami, all the way to New Mexico, which is, it's outstanding, and being in the state of Texas. So from a recruiting standpoint for our university, it really opens up a lot of doors.
The Gamecocks recently made the hire for head baseball coach as Jim Case retired, and former Missouri head coach Steve Beazer will take over the Gamecocks. Seitz talked about the process of hiring Beazer and what he will bring to the Gamecocks baseball program.
I knew we would get a lot of interest in the job, but I was really blown away because, I did 18 Zoom interviews as we were looking for a new head coach. And so, it got lots of interest and very highly qualified, top assistants at current SEC schools. Obviously, we ended up with Coach Beazer, who's a former head coach in the SEC level, and then had a very successful coaching career at Southeast Missouri State, which us and Jacksonville State and SEMO were battling for the championship pretty much during that whole time. But we had some great candidates, and just very excited about moving into Conference USA with Coach Beazer and what he's able to bring to the Gamecock baseball program.
You've driven by the football stadium at Jacksonville State lately. You've seen the construction going on, building the new football operations facility. The Gamecocks will be moving from a 19,000 square foot facility to a 52,000 square foot facility when the renovation is complete. Seitz gave us an update on the stadium renovation.
And then at the end of the football season, actually that north press box, or that old press box, will actually be demoed. We're going to come in with some outdoor suites and additional seating on that side. So for the fans that come in on that, you're really not going to notice anything different. That area will be open. It would be, kind of more old school. You had to sit on the concrete or there, which I know is not uncommon for maybe some visits to some high schools and stuff from that aspect of it. But certainly for the fall of 24, everything will be open and ready, and as we, become a full member of Conference USA from the football standpoint. Because
you can catch the full interview with Jack State Athletic Director Greg Seitz on today's edition of Southern Sports Now. It's up on the East Alabama Now YouTube channel and the East Alabama Now Facebook page. That's it for sports. Let's head back over to Katie and Mike.
Thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News.
We're here online every weekday evening starting around 6:30 on either Facebook or YouTube. Just log into our video feed and watch the news whenever it's convenient for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to leave us a comment while you're there.
We'll see you back here Friday for your news on your schedule.